Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons. Here we have today a Mazda 2 launch edition. So this was the first of the new shape Mazda 2, which was launched in 2015, and this model is still running in this shape, in this format, with a few little tweaks and bits and pieces. Now, with all our videos, we always like to give a little bit of background on the vehicles, because we're fortunately enough, a lot of the cars we've either serviced the vehicles, looked after them, all supplied from new. Now, this particular car actually came from one of our rival is that the right word? Rival dealerships over in Bourne Road. So a nice dealership down at Bourne Road, which is sort of Bexley way. We're here in Orpington. So it's supplied by them new. Looks after them for servicing for a couple of years and then with ourselves. Now the customer actually resides here in Orpington, so I'm not terribly sure why he bought it at Bourne Road. I hope it was to do with availability. The car has actually had two owners. So the first owner kept it but gave up driving a couple of years ago, and his neighbour, so the car's actually lived on the same road, in fact opposite itself all its life. Sold to his neighbour, who has upgraded it for a newer model, same car in black, which actually belonged to my service advisor, and he's very happy. Took it away today, and we are delighted to have this as a part of our used car offering. Now the gentleman was he really did look after his car, and when he brought it in, it was, dare I say it was cleaner than the one we sold him, because it was actually, the one we sold him was actually still being used by our service advisor. This car is in lovely condition. Now, being the launch edition, it had the sport wheels, it's got the reverse sensors, and a few other bits and pieces which I'll go through in more detail when we get in the car. Now please do study the photographs taken. I've taken quite a few photos of the car, and you'll see the condition. I mean, all the wheels are unmarked. I can't see anything obvious on the bodywork. It's all really nice. Now the great thing about this model is this still has what I call grandfather right. So it still has the low road tax, because after the 1st of April 2017 all cars went to the sort of standard £155, I believe it is, but this is £30 road tax. So not only is it super economical, and these will do 50 odd miles to the gallon quite easily, obviously depending on where you're driving, etc. You've got that low road tax, which I know 30 or 155, what's the difference? But I think it's a really great selling point. So we often have people asking for cars that are registered before that date. So let's start with the back of the car. Now this car, notice it's got Sky Active technology. That's Mazda's technology that basically makes this car as efficient as possible, which means it costs you as little as possible to run. You've got this great boot area. This is definitely a family friendly boot. You'll be able to get your pushchair and bits and pieces in, and if you need more space, you've got 60/40 split rear seat, and the parcel shelf comes out. There is a space for a spare wheel should you require one, but as standard the cars come with the pump kit. There's the locking wheel nut, all present, and this looks like a safety kit, official Mazda one, that will have first aid kit, warning triangle, and a few bits and pieces. I'd imagine a fluorescent vest, etc. Okay, so let's show you the back of the car. So you've got ISOFIX anchorages for those of you with small children in the back there, so you can use ISOFIX child seats. However, you don't need to use ISOFIX. I don't actually own one myself, and I use just a regular child seat, but there's lots of room. This car you could take anywhere. I'd quite happily jump in it and drive across Europe. Even though it's the smallest car in our range, it's extremely capable. So all in really lovely condition. You've got the original overmats. The car will be valeted. It's not had a proper valet. My valeter goes home at 1 o'clock today, so he sort of rushed through this just so I could take photographs. But it's in really lovely condition. We won't have to spend much more time on it at all. The Soul Red is beautiful as well, and it's all in really lovely condition. I've noticed actually the tyres all look quite new to me, but the car will be put through the workshop. I think it was last serviced in July here at TW White & Sons in Orpington, but we'll put it through the workshop, make sure everything is tickety-boo for the next owner. So I'm going to work my way inside the vehicle. Now, from memory, because I have been in the Mazda game for 20 years, and I've been at Orpington for about 10, these had privacy glass, these wheels, and I think the reverse sensors. That was the sort of launch edition, but I could be wrong. But look at that, Sport Launch Edition. There we are, look at that. That's the official name. And I also want to just say, on my video, the car looks a bit orangey, but the true colour is the colours you see in the photographs. You've got auto one-touch window there, electric windows, wing mirrors, lane departure warning, engine start-stop, tyre pressure monitoring and traction control. So, the car will warn you if you veer out of a lane without indicating, which is superb. Great safety function. Keeps you sort of more alert, I suppose. Tyre pressure monitoring, it will warn you if your tyre pressures fall 4 psi or more, which is great because I only check my tyre pressures when the tyre looks flat, and it won't necessarily look flat if it's gone down 4 psi. That will affect your tyre, your braking, your efficiency of the vehicle. So, you know, it costs you money running on slightly low tyre pressure. Traction control will keep you on the road as safely as possible, and iStop is an intelligent engine start function, which will turn the car's engine off when stationary, so more likely in traffic, which ultimately is less harmful for the environment and less harmful on your bank balance because it will use less fuel. Okay, so I'm going to start the car up. We've got 2 keys with the car. Okay, foot on the clutch. This lights up green. Press the button. Car fires into life. Now, here's the mileage. So over 6-7 years, this car has covered 38,021 miles, which is very low mileage. Now look at this, at an average speed of 19 miles per hour. Now that's sort of, you know, just around town. This car has averaged almost 48 mpg. Amazing. So imagine on a long run what this will get you. So back to what I was saying earlier, super efficient. Now, if you're comparing sort of official figures, yeah, you might think, well, that's not as much as this, that, and the other, but that's a true life figure. Yeah, on paper, things always say they do a lot more. Okay, you got up, down on the steering column. Yeah, you've got, oh, that's it. Launch Edition has auto wipers, auto lights. That was what I'd forgotten. Steering wheel's all in great condition. Interior's lovely, no bad smells. You've got air conditioning that works super well. You're probably thinking, why have you got air conditioning on today? Well, when we have a quick wash of the carpets and seats and stuff, you get a bit of condensation. So I always put the air conditioning on to help dry it out. So that all works really well. Heater's amazing. You've got CD player. You've got a 12-volt socket, formerly known as a cigarette lighter, but there's no ashtray in the car. But that will work for your pump kit, or, I don't know, kettle, I suppose. I know you used to be able to get kettles, you could plug into that, and other bits and pieces, but most things are USB, which is why there are 2 USBs for charging and for reading data. This here is for your SD card. That's got the information for your sat nav. Now, this is touchscreen, but only when stationary. Okay, so I would urge people to get acquainted with this here. Not that I'm promoting or encouraging you to distract yourself whilst driving, but it is a lot safer, and once you get to use this, you'll be able to you know, access your phone book or sat nav and settings, etc., much more safely. Okay, so on the app page here, you got fuel economy monitor, warning guidance and bits and pieces. We've already sort of touched on that. Music. Now, even if it's a 2015 car, you've got DAB radio, which is great. I think that's future-proofing the vehicle because some FM channels have been switched off. AM, what's that for? Talk Sport, really. But you can get Talk Sport on DAB radio, which is fantastic. You can also stream. You can use the auxiliary, which is down there. Haven't used one of them for years. And your USB 1 and 2, so if you've got any music on a memory stick or on a iPad, you can use it that way. Okay, but the channels are extensive on DAB radio. There's something for everyone, no matter where you come from around the world, what genre you're into. If you know, there's something, I'm sure you can find something on there. Okay, communication. So once paired up via the Bluetooth, you can access your call lists phone book, missed calls, received, made calls, etc. Excuse me. And if you've got an Android phone, it will inform you, alert you, and read your text messages to you, which when it first came out was very amusing for my friends. Now, navigation, it's got a very comprehensive sat-nav. Okay, I've used this, I've travelled across Europe using this. You put the postcode in and off you go. You'll probably think, where is the postcode on this? You go to town, all right, put the postcode in and off you go. So we've got that there. Okay, if there is a point of interest you're looking for, okay, when you are in the car, there is find places, and me myself, I'm often looking for petrol stations. So petrol station, fuel station, search, because I do a lot of collecting and delivering cars. It will tell you the brand. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, this must be in a different language. Set category, fuel station. Fuel station. Oh, this is embarrassing. 78 miles away. What is this? They look like they're in France. Oh my god. Sort by distance. Okay. Sort by name. Let's see this. Sort by name. 83 miles away. This is strange. This is embarrassing. Fuel station. Let's have a look. Coordinate. Navigate. Find address. Chorleywood. Yeah, it thinks we're here. Let's put an address in. Find address. Down. CR5. Three. So I'm just putting a random email, random address in. That's how you put an address in. Navigate to. And off you go. 32 miles, okay, that's actually the road I live on. That is if you go across the motorway. Okay, so places nearby, let's have a look again. Hopefully this won't embarrass me. No items. A long route, fuel station. How embarrassing. No items. Why can't I find it? Okay, let's try something else. Okay, so this must need a software update. What it should do, it will come up with the fuel stations, where they are, what direction, and the distance. I apologise it's not there, but that will be done. We'll need to update the SD card, so that's no problem. But it will give you fuel prices and bits and pieces like that as well. Okay, so how embarrassing. So you've got your sat nav there. Let's move on. And then you've got your settings here. You've got display settings. You can turn off. Safety settings. You've got smart city braking. So there is a camera up there. If you're doing under 20 miles an hour, you get too close to the car in front with no driver input, you're not turning, you're not braking, you're not accelerating, boom, it'll apply the brakes to save you going into the car, person, object in front of you. Great thing with that, it is recognised by insurance companies because a lot of accidents statistically happen at low speed, and it should reflect in your insurance premium. So a scenario would be, you know, stop start traffic, looking out the window, hot day, stop start, you're in this traffic for like an hour, you know, you get distracted, too close to the car in front, it'll apply the brakes. So really great thing. And the smart lane departure warning, I think I explained earlier, if you don't indicate when going out of a lane, it will warn you. Sound system's great, it's amazing. It's very good. I don't think they make a bad stereo anymore. And you can adjust your settings there. And GPS synced clock, so you never have to set your clock, and it will be super accurate. Vehicle, got some door lock settings, you know, so the door locks after 30 seconds once you've opened it if you haven't got in the car. Some lighting settings, coming home lights will stay on when dark for 30 seconds. You can adjust that time, of course, etc, to give you safe passage to your house. So I hope this video is informative. I hope I've covered off all the sort of important things that you're perhaps looking for, or questions. I've answered the questions that you may have on this vehicle. But if there are any more specific photographs or videos you would like us to send, please just ask. It's no bother at all. Part exchange is extremely welcome. We welcome part exchange here at TW White & Sons. So whatever you've got, even if it's not a Mazda or a Suzuki, please try us. Now, I know there's a lot of, you turn on the radio and the TV, put your edge in, get a price under 30 seconds and get a better deal, etc. You will get the best deal dealing a part exchange in your car. So do your research, of course, so you know you're being treated fairly. And give us a go. I say, we do welcome part exchange. You'll notice on our website, we have lots of non-franchise cars as a part of our new used car offering. All right, so the car will go through the workshop. It will come with a Mazda ZZ Plus used car warranty, the official Mazda warranty. It's not to be confused with these warranties with a small claim limit that you know of £250 that you can't really claim anything on. So not to be confused with them. It's the value of the car is the claim limit, and they're very comprehensive. It also comes with roadside assistance that runs alongside that warranty, and it's the full roadside assistance, so it'll cover you at home, cover you abroad in Europe, covers the passengers of the car, so it's not one of these bare bones policies. All right, so 12 months. We've got great finance facilities, part exchange facilities. We've got the facility to extend the warranty, and we're here to help. So any time of day, give us a call, send us an email, even if it's out of hours. We appreciate a lot of people are looking at cars out of normal working hours. So give us a call, drop us a voicemail, and we'll try to come back to you as soon as possible, and I'm sure we will. Failing that, drop us an email. Okay, so have I covered everything? I believe I have. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye-bye.